I debated putting this out publicly, but since we're getting more and more attention now, we're allowing more and more people on the property. And actually, thanks to Miriam, we now have a PayPal link on our sites. So if anybody's willing to help donate, we're going to try to continue our research here. I want to show you exactly what's going on our property and what our push is, what our work is as far as connecting these caves. This here is the first stream. This is the reason I purchased this property after watching some videos online of other local caves and how they found them in the area. The stream cuts into this hillside, disappears underground, and does not come back out. Now we did find out where it comes out about 1,500 feet later in another stream. This stream used to go this way, and some cavers back in, I don't know, 80s or 90s, diverted it so that they could work on this. It does find its way back into this. This is Found Cave. So this is our main attraction here. This is 350 feet of marble underground. Cool. The stream does intersect it. It's not soaking wet. It's maybe an inch or two of water in there. Normally there's porcupines hanging out here at the entrance. We spent many weekends clearing this entrance out, getting rocks out, getting it so people can get in there. We spent 4 days just shoveling porcupine poop out of there. That entrance was completely sealed shut with poop. Really, the 80s, 90s that I mentioned, the cavers out in the area, the Berkshire area diggers, Milky, who's on my board of directors, stopped their digs here when the previous landowners filled everything in. They did not want trespassers anymore. Since I've purchased the property from both landowners, it was owned by two different people, we've been able to spend our time and money excavating everything, digging everything out. We own it now. They can't tell us, we can't come and trespass. We own both properties, so it's not an issue of, we're trespassing underground. We're doing everything right. So, Found Cave, what they call the insurgent entrance. And this is the stream that dumps into the hill. It runs underground here, where it joins. Those are just to stop dirt from falling in. Don't worry, we're not fucking dumping shit. Cowbone Cave. Cowbone Cave is really nothing more than maybe a 20-foot room. You slide in here, you go off to the right, you fall down 10-inch hole, and you fall about 5, no more, maybe 8 feet down to the water level. And then you're in a dome room, and there's a stream coming in this way. There's a stream actually coming down parallel to you, behind you, and we are going to make a connection shortly over this way to a new cave that we've opened. There is on a map that there are thin plates in the wall blocking way to a 6-foot room on the opposite side of the stream in Cowbone Cave, and we are working to get that, but we've put that on hold, as you'll see, or if you've seen our other videos. We have more pressing issues. This is the first cave I opened, and it's really just an extension of Cowbone Cave. This is Milky's Way. Jim was nice enough to come out here. When I first bought it, I told Jim that I was the new landowner. This was, as you can see, filled with natural earth. This cave had collapsed, whatever, over. Again, everything stopped in the 80s, 90s. And this was all underground. But Jim came out with his map. He stood in this spot and says, if you dig down 7 feet, there is an entrance right here. So we went out, we bought the tractor, and there is an entrance right there. It doesn't go too far. There is another stream. Again, there are a lot of underground aquifer streams that are running under this property. It's too tight to get to that stream. It's 6-inch cavity. We're not going to push that because we're on the property line here, and we couldn't trespass underground onto the neighbors. Although we are trying to get a hold of Nanette Asher. If anybody knows her out of, I believe it's Springs, New York. 3 years now, we've been trying to get a hold of her to purchase that property. But we are willing to buy that and do it the right way and explore, north up Silver Street. So we have Milky's Way, Cowbone Cave. The water in Cowbone Cave that was diverted many years ago reconnects into Found Cave. We are trying to make that passage. There is a water, smoke, noise, and light connection. We just need to make a physical connection. So that is what brought us to here. Now, we have differing opinions. I seem to say this is rubble. Previous quarry workers filled this cave in with it. Mike seems to think it's natural. I don't know. What's your opinion? Is it, to me, it looks like many different forms of rock. I think it's trash that people filled this cave in with. It started with a little foxhole. I did some more poking around, did some camera work, found out, this really has some carved ceiling in it. It really does go somewhere. So, again, I put my dig on hold because we're working on Mikey's, and Mikey's is paying off. But this is now 15, 20 feet down. I've gone under the wall here. I've gone to the stream. It's unsafe at this point. You can actually see on the walls and see, it's got some development, but I can't really get in there. I'm not going to push it too far for this video. But again, more rubble that has to come out. I do not see this all being natural. I think this is just trash that was dumped in here. This whole floor, 15 feet down, is nothing but soil and rubble. When we get this out, it will be stable. There is, again, 3 different streams coming in 3 different directions. One of them going off and heading in a complete opposite direction of the rest of the cave system. So from here, this water will connect underground to Found Cave somewhere in this area. And that's what we're doing now is, well, not now, this is future dig, is make that connection. Finish that new cave that was opened up and get this passage into Found Cave, which when you're in Found Cave, if you follow some of the videos, you'll see that sliver in the marble and water. And I've gotten better caving. I may actually be able to squeeze and push if I laid in the water and push that. But anyway, that's something. And then the water that we haven't got to yet because it's unsafe. The dirt's falling, the rock's falling. Head off this way. Don't mind. Vehicle. We have tools. We have a staging area. Generators. Kubotas. Grills. Try to make this as easy as possible. We got older cavers, we got younger cavers. So this is another dig that I poked at, another sink in this area here, and we've reached marble, and that stream from that new cave comes out this way. But again, we've poked it. It's not going to be as lucrative as Mikey's dig that we're digging now. So all our attention is on where I'm going to show you now. So again, Cowbone connects to Found. Found runs underground. We're now walking over Found Cave. Found Cave being 350 feet long. This may take a second. Bear with me because we'll get to the good stuff. We've had to cover a little road to drive down here. Again, we try to make it as easy as possible. You got 4-wheel drive, you can drive down here. You can drive right to the entrance. We're working on making a road to Orbed, but, priorities. This is a sink into Found. We're not going to touch that because we made this one. This was all filled in by the previous landowner. He didn't want anybody trespassing anymore. This is the Found Cave culvert entrance that we've put in. Mikey and I installed this culvert. You can see the natural pothole, glacial pothole, whatever they call it. The entrance is the Found. You can see we have electricity and ropes running in there. That runs into the signature room, upper passage, new room that we're in. So again, we got 350 feet. This is one exit, and you can come out over there on the other side of the shed where I originally showed you. Leaving Found Cave. We're in a signature room here. We've broken rock. We've gotten to what we call the upper passage. The upper passage is a very tight crawl. Me at 180 pounds can barely fit it. After the upper passage, we drop down into what we've called the new room for now. The new room is a big dome room. And we finally, yesterday, got in through this tight 8-inch passage. We were able to break enough rock that we could fit in there. Mikey had to leave. I wasn't going to do it myself. It was just going to be more time. This morning we're going to see what is in here. Does the cave continue? Do we get 25 feet? Do we get 250 feet? We don't know. But this is the Found Cave entrance 2. This whole field, okay? 400 plus feet unknown cave. You stopped at found at that 8-inch hole. Water connection, smoke connection. We set smoke off here and found it comes out at our dig site. We have dye trace. It's been traced. We're going to do it again this weekend. We're going to confirm the water connection. Multiple water sources. There's a sump, water coming from 3 directions out there. We want to figure out which way to go. I'm pushing from found to go this way. Mikey's working on that dig to come this way. Diggers, people, new cavers, people that want to find a virgin cave. We have 450 feet here of something. It does not make sense that found cave is a formed cave, 350 feet long. You can stand up in it. Drag rock is a formed cave. Water connection, you know they were the same cave at one point. Drag rock, as many geologists have said, collapsed. That collapse caused a backup. Now, we've dug past that backup. We've dug past that stream, and we're working to re-find whatever was in found cave. So, again, as we're walking over something. There is a cave here. We know that. What it is, we don't know. That's the part that is exciting. You know, it could be huge, could just be tight passages, but with both of them being formed, we think that they're going to be substantial. This is another one of my digs. I gave up on it for now, but another caver was out here and he confirmed my theory. This area from this tree all through this little gully to over there, all winter long, 2 feet of snow on the ground. There is never any snow here. There is never any ice here. It is always dry. So I followed my gut. I did some digging, and you can almost there see the marble. We've reached the marble. I've gone under. I've started digging 5 feet this way, where a camera still shows me there is a little bit of a lead. Again, we let this collapse a little bit. It's unsafe. We need to do a real dig and make it safe, but we're holding off because we're trying to make Mikey's connection. But a thermal vent is what we're thinking is right here. And if we're on this side of the marble bench, cave would be here, which confirms what we think. Found cave. 400 feet of unknown cave. Possible entrance right here. But we're still following this here because we're getting to drag rock. And if you follow the videos for what we call our new dig, this is our new dig site. Again, this was not open. This was ground level. We've dug down some 20 feet. Generators, backhoes, ladders, sleds, tools, like we are doing this the right way. We made a little staging area here to dig buckets up. So, head down there. This is our dig area. So, this is the opposite side of the stream where the collapse was. This is the collapse of drag rock. There is one more cave in here, drag rock cave. From what multiple geologists have told me, is this land area was the height of the cave at one point. And then this breakdown area, this was a giant cave room. And drag rock used to be a giant room that collapsed in on itself and thus sealed off anything from going this way. So that's why our dig site is there. This is the collapsed area of drag rock. From what I'm told, this is all just rubble. We have when the water's flowing, a nice little waterfall right there. And a nice little stand-up room. There's nothing more than just, it's a cool photo shoot. We have something that nobody's bothered to push. We do have something there. We just pretty much let the porcupines hang out and live in there. Again, more rubble. Follow the ropes. Probably here, maybe you can see the water. This is drag rock. Drop down to the water level, lay in the water, go under the wall. After you're under the wall, you got 150 feet of drag rock cave with a parallel passage that goes this way. It does turn left, but it's too tight of a squeeze. Nobody's pushed it. If there's experienced cavers that want to try it, cool, come on out. Like, we'll run a camera through it, we'll do whatever we have to do, but it'll end over there at Pothole Cave. That David kept, so the previous landowner kept 5 feet of the cave system to keep the water rights where it exits the property. But we do have more land that we can dig there, but again, we don't think that's anything that's going to pan out into anything spectacular. This is pretty much the end of the cave system. So our goal, take the 150 from Drag Rock, take the 350 from Found, take the roughly 100 from Cowbone and the other cave, add the 400. I mean, you're looking at somewhere near 1,000 feet of cave. So leaving our dig site, come up here, right about here, we're through our tunnel. We're in a sump room somewhere around here. That sump, again, we don't know, but we're thinking is debris blocking the water flow, and it's backed up into the cave. That may be our cave if we were able to drain that sump. That's something we want to do in the future. We've pushed past the sump. We've come through that tight squeeze that you've seen. We've come to, then come about here, take a right, go straight, and somewhere around here is our second dome room that we're in. That dome room has that upper passage you saw us push, which we petered out. We couldn't get any further. But there is the lower passage. That lower passage is hopefully what we're going to be digging today. Comes along here. That lower passage, we have airflow, we have smoke, we have water, all coming from Found probably about here. And that's where we put the camera through another 20 feet. There is a bigger area there, not huge, and we don't know what's around the corner. But what's around that corner kind of lines up with my thermal area dig. So this is about where underground we are. That might be 300 feet from Found now. And then we're working Found from the other way. So again, if you're interested, we got all this field, something underneath. So that's what we got. And again, if you're interested, reach out to us. If you're an experienced digger and want to come join us, we're letting more and more people on. If you're a new caver and you're just curious, come out. We have rental helmets. Well, we're not going to rent them. We have free helmets for you. We'll let you borrow the lights, the helmets, the gear. We'll get you under there. Again, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, 7-year-old kids, they've all been through there. 57-year-old guys, they've been through. Old-time retired cavers, they've been through. Found Cave is a very safe, easy cave. If you are an experienced caver, we'll let you into Drag Rock where you have to lay in the water. We'll let you into the digs where you've got, 9-inch squeezes to get through. We don't want anything that's not safe. Safety is a priority. Do not trespass here. There are video cameras everywhere where we can see who comes on the property. Ask, we'll come out. We have 5 directors. Michael is 10 minutes away. We'll set it up where we can have somebody out here with you. But again, check out Miriam's link that she made. If you're willing to donate, cool, man. Like, we want to make a staging area. We want to get a bathroom out here. Kind of sick of pooping in a 5-gallon bucket. But showers. Like, ultimately, bathhouse. We can get a bathhouse out here. You guys can shower, go to the bathroom. Like, I think we might need like 50 grand or something for that. And long-term goal, we want to get like a cabin up by the road. And it's been talked about, me and my fiance own this land. We will donate it to the foundation. We will, if they can raise the money for a clubhouse for everybody, we'll subdivide the lot. We'll give them the access rights to the cave. We'll let them build that property, and the Foundation for Underground Caves and Karsts will have their official site. We need to get everybody on board and see where this goes. And again, we're a year in, so we're still growing, but we have other projects in the works, other land deals that we're trying to acquire, and they're going to take time. But thanks for watching. That's what we have going on. And feel free to comment, feel free to message, reach out, and let me know what's going on. Thanks.